Hello and welcome to the Swift Talk. I'm Kate, the Swiftie.
And I'm celebrating the holidays, but not celebrating the holidays, not so Santa. There was something, and I lost it. It was like seeing Santa and then looking away, be like, kids, there's Santa, and then losing it.
I saw Santa this week.
Could have been you saw Santa this week.
Yep.
Did you go to a mall?
Sure did. Sure did. There's photos. They're getting framed, but there's photos.
The lost art of the mall Santa.
You frame your Santa photo?
Yeah, you have to.
For your house or for your work?
Oh, it's for my house. I'm not putting that at work, but
Were there candy canes involved?
I did get a full-size candy cane.
Full-size candy cane.
The Santa was very, yeah.
Sorry, the Santa was very...
Yeah. He was, he'd been working hard. Because he's a Santa.
Yep.
So yeah, I met Santa this week.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
Did you give me a Christmas list?
I did.
Did you want longer era tour?
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or Reputation Taylor's version. We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
I did stay up and stream the entirety of the last Eras tour show.
Yeah, the end of the eras.
Start of an age. It's a start of an age.
The age.
Start of an age.
Yep. There's the Bronze Age, the Iron Age, the Swift Age.
It probably will be something discussed for a long time.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, let's discuss it.
Okay.
Would you like to do some Eras Tour by the Numbers game with me?
Eras Tour by the Numbers with Kate. Yep, let's do it.
The Eras Tour lasted for 1 year and 9 months, or 21 months. It did 152 sold-out shows in 51 cities and 5 continents. She played 517 hours of music for 10.1 million fans, gave out $200 million in bonuses, had 15 backup dancers, consistently played 10 eras, and grossed $2.07 billion in just ticket sales.
Yeah. Taylor Swift by the Numbers.
They've been talking about it for 2 days on CNBC Squawk Box, by the way.
Because how do
It's
you
that big.
How do you get stock in a tour? How do you get stock in a touring artist?
Well,
That's a
she's
that's a
the
great
first tour to gross $2 billion.
Mm-hmm.
I think the fastest tour to gross $1 billion,
Mm-hmm.
and set a new average ticket price high. It went from like $137 to $218, something like that.
Mm-hmm. For
The New York
gross highest ticket price.
Yeah, and this is not including the scalped tickets. This is just
Right.
face value tickets.
Yeah.
The New York Times covered it. Squawk Box is covering it. It's on the financial pages as much as it's on the entertainment pages, which is interesting.
Right. And this was, remind me, the live stream, was this mostly just everyone on the gram, or was this?
Well, so I streamed it on YouTube on my TV from somebody who was streaming it from TikTok onto their YouTube channel. So that's where we were. And it's so funny because like people are like, oh, like, are you watching? I'm like, of course I'm watching. And they're like, what are you doing with your phone? And I'm like, watching on my TV. So I'm sending them the YouTube link.
Right. This, I mean, I'm a huge fan of cross-platform media.
Yeah.
And
And
not
you
just
love yourself some YouTube.
Gotta love that YouTube.
Yeah.
I need my YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Yoo-hoo and a YouTube.
Well, it was crazy because like she's playing in Vancouver and I'm sitting in New Hampshire watching this show while some gem of a human is like holding up their like selfie stick
Yeah,
for the
because-
whole 3 hours.
Yeah, you're
No
starting at
interruptions.
midnight and they're starting at 8?
11.
11, yeah.
And it finished at like 2:22.
Mm-hmm.
And then like you're awake. You're like, oh, okay. And I fell asleep till 4. But it was great. It was worth it. Her surprise songs made me cry. She did off her debut album, A Place in This World,
Mm-hmm.
and she mashed it up with New Romantics, which was incredible. And then we're all like, all right, that's on the guitar. I'm like, what is she going to do on the piano? Is she going to do Long Live? She has to do Long Live. But it's Taylor, so who could say what she's going to do?
Mm-hmm.
And she did Long Live, and she mashed it up with New Year's Day, and then the manuscript. And when you think about it, when she started the first Eras tour almost 2 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
she started with Tim McGraw, her first song that she
Mm-hmm.
put out as a single. And when she finished the surprise song set, she finished it with the manuscript, which was the last song on Tortured Poets.
What's that Easter egg tell you?
It's just so full circle. It was just such a nice way to do it. And we all love Long Live. It's just like a song for the fans. And then New Year's Day, when she says there's glitter on the floor after the party, like it's just also nostalgic. And it was such a great little mashup that I think everybody really felt excited and heard and nostalgic.
Sure.
It was just such a moment.
Yeah. It's DUN done.
Yeah, I hope she's like rotting in bed for a couple days, just like getting delivery and wearing fuzzy slippers and PJs. Like, I hope she's just breathing. Knowing Taylor, she's probably like, oh, I should go out for dinner.
Taylor.
They were filming, like you could see. So there was a little bit of fan controversy because you know how she always changes up the outfits. And we're like, oh, she wore this. This must mean she's up to something.
Mm-hmm.
But for the 3 Toronto or the 3 Vancouver shows where she was playing, she wore the exact same outfits
Mm-hmm.
every night. And people were like, oh, well, that was fun. Like, where's the change? But obviously, like, she had to do it for the continuity of whatever she's filming. Because there were camera crews following her. There were cameras all over the stage. Like, there were
Sure.
notices of filming.
Well, I'd say this. I would say that that's true. That's very true. Continuity is key. However, if we're looking at Taylor Swift by the numbers and all this is going to, it's already an unprecedented tour.
Mm-hmm.
It is a monumental moment of art where everything that's been happening, the amount of money that it's raised alone, the amount of people that have attended it, the amount of people that have been trying to view it and stream it and everything else. The odds are, if you have an artist who's performing at such a grandiose aspect with so many great costume pieces, let's just say, outfits, if we're saying that this is a significant moment in world art or at least American history, odds are that a lot of these pieces are going to be either brought to the Taylor Swift Museum, maybe the Smithsonian, auctioned off. Like, those are things that people are going to try to get.
Yeah, I don't believe she would auction them off. She keeps all of her costumes.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, absolutely. These will be, I'm sure we'll see the red Reputation snake bodysuit somewhere. It's interesting to see how she decides to memorialize the Eras tour. I mean, the book was great.
Mm-hmm.
It sold 814,000 copies in 2 days at Just Target.
Mm-hmm.
Just Target. Well, it went to sale this week for international online, but we don't have numbers for that yet.
Mm-hmm.
Which is crazy because if she had sold it on her website at booksellers across the country, what would those numbers look like? What would those numbers have looked like?
I mean, you probably look probably a little bit less, but at the same point, she had to do no legwork. It's Target doing all the legwork.
I think significantly more.
Significantly more.
Yeah, I think if it was easier, like if you didn't have to go to Target, if Target didn't sell out, like you would have been able to. I don't know. I think it would have been more.
Exclusive item.
She might have hit the million. But who could say?
Who could say?
Who could say? And now what am I going to do with my weekends? What am I going to watch?
What do you sleep? Stream something. It's Christmas. It's the holiday season.
I know. I did buy the Hallmark Plus membership, so
I'm still waiting to figure out: am I going to be a Hallmark actor? Am I going to be a Hulu actor? Do I get a Christmas movie on Hallmark? That's the goal. The new goal in life is I need to be in a Hallmark Christmas movie.
I feel like my life is kind of like a Hallmark Christmas movie, so that would really round out my narrative here.
Do you think Taylor Swift will ever be in a Hallmark Christmas movie?
There's a Hallmark Christmas movie, or maybe a Lifetime Christmas movie about Taylor and Travis.
There's a Lifetime Christmas
I don't remember
movie
if
about Taylor and Travis.
It might be Hallmark. It might be Lifetime. It's one of them. Donna Kelsey's in it.
He was a prominent athlete. She was Taylor Swift. The two of Hallmark, a Lifetime.
I mean, it's kind of, it writes itself.
Sure. I mean, like it feels like it's an oxygen deprived script.
Oh,
so
stop it. That's why we love them. Yeah. So that's our wrap on the Eras tour.
Yeah. Hey,
What a run.
all
Long
things
live.
must pass.
Now you got to think about what you're going to talk about on this podcast
Oh, guys,
after next week.
there will be plenty.
I was trying to think about what we did prior to the Eras tour when we first started this thing.
I went back and listened.
Oh, you
Not
did?
much. Not much. It was like maybe 3 to 4 minutes of Taylor. And usually me being like, we're getting a new Taylor's version. And you guys being like, yeah, great. And then we jumped into the song. So I
Awesome.
think
So
we'll
we
probably
can get these things down to 10 minutes now.
Yeah.
the Taylor wrap up to 10 minutes, probably.
We're going to trim the tree and we're going to trim down the podcast.
Anyway, speaking of that, should we talk about our song of the week?
Yeah, what's our song of the week?
We're doing Hey Stephen.
Hey, Steven. Hey, Steven, how was things with Aerosmith? Hope you're doing great. How's Winnipesaukee in New Hampshire?
Yeah.
Steven Tyler?
Yeah. No, but yeah.
The Grateful Dead version?
Unfortunately, no. We're in Taylorville, not Deadhead Land.
Headland, Taylorville and Margaritaville are fairly close together.
Oh, yeah. Similar fan styles.
Yeah, they both import and export a lot of
But,
tequila.
jam band fans and Swifties have a lot in common, too.
John Mayer.
Mixed feelings,
As
yes.
we're talking about those kind of villes, you got Dollywood.
Mm.
You think there'll be a Taylorwood? Taylorville?
I mean, we've talked about that
Daytime.
a lot. We've brought that up. Who could say? I mean, who knows what Taylor's going to do?
What small town is going to revamp their identity to be like, we're the official town of Taylor Swift, to get just that revenue income? Minnesota?
No, I can't imagine.
Wyoming?
No, I think it would be somewhere like in Pennsylvania, where she's from.
Could be. Right next to the Amish land.
So anyway, which album is Hey Stephen from?
I can proudly say that I don't remember, nor do I know.
Greatest hits?
Greatest hits. Taylor Swift, greatest hits.
We don't
Now, that's
have-
what I call Taylor, Volume 17.
Essential.
Essential
Taylor.
Taylor.
Fearless.
Fearless. Album number 2.
And it's
Taylor's version.
because in this podcast,
We cover Taylor Swift, and we have to know a lot of facts about Taylor Swift. And by knowing these facts, we have to understand that we're only listening to Taylor Swift's version because that's the one she gets revenue off of.
I mean, she gets revenue off the other one, but we don't want Scooter to get revenue off Taylor.
Ah, yes. All right.
Close, but not
Close.
quite petty.
Okay,
So we're going to hit pause. You hit pause, and we're doing Hey Stephen off Fearless Taylor's version this week. We'll be right back. Well, Sam,
I think that this song is my favorite part of the Broadway musical Dear Evan Hansen. So this is a song that was like, The first thing I want to do is like I was like, oh, okay, this is this is Crash Test Dummies. Like it's got that. I was gonna make a joke about that, but here's the true, honest, no joke, no BS rarity of this. I remember when this song came out.
were you in a grocery store?
No. I remember in high school, and the high school girlfriend was like loving Taylor Swift and would play it all the time. I was like, okay.
Clearly had great taste.
And I remember this being like one of the songs that I wasn't immediately like,
Didn't give you the ick.
like it was one of those songs that if this was playing in the background and you didn't tell me it was Taylor Swift, I would get so into it. Because it was kind of like, wear this shirt type of when you're a teenager and stuff. You're like, I don't want to listen to that.
Mm-hmm.
When you're pushing it on somebody,
Yeah.
it's definitely not going to be as receptive half the time.
Oh, I'm aware.
But this was the song that I was like, yeah, like this is fun because it wasn't super country, it wasn't super poppy, it's goofy enough, it's light enough. If you just listen, if you tune out, it's enjoyable. If you're tuning in, it's fun. There's not too much of anything that annoys the hell out of me. I think that it's funny that you have the the James Brown, Elvis, Prince, she throws one of those in there and I'm like, oh, come on.
She laughing. She's nervous.
Okay, there's that. The second time around, you could say she's laughing. The ha 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 ha. Sure. When someone's throwing in a ha, if they're not throwing in a karate chop or getting into or out of the hot tub or doing
Getting into.
James Brown getting in the hot tub, Eddie
Yeah,
Murphy.
no, it got there.
In the hot tub. It's that. It's very. It's so silly and goofy and light and fluffy and dumb and whatever. It's just a upright bass, boom, boom, boom. It's simple. It's easy. It's like, okay, it's harmless. It is harmless. It's a Nerf ball song.
It reminds me of a Dixie Chicks song. Like, I feel like it would be a Chicks song.
Yeah.
It reminds me of a John Mayer song.
What song would that be?
I'm not sure, but it definitely has that kind of feel of early John Mayer music.
Mm-hmm.
Which I think is interesting because obviously you can see where like what was happening in music was influencing Taylor. You're getting Crash Test Dummies. You're getting John Mayer. I get Dixie Chicks. Like
Because it's not exclusively country, pop. It's not, the genre is...
it's supermarket. Like, it's not going to offend anybody. Everybody's going to relate to it in a different way. It's going to kind of meld into what you want it to meld into.
It's supermarket sweep.
Yeah.
It's supermarket sweep because you could tune in for 5 seconds of that. You could tune in for 10% of this song and be like, oh, yeah. It'll make you stay.
Mm-hmm.
This is earworm worthy.
It's 90s rom-com. Like, Julia Roberts is like looking at Hugh Grant being like, hey, Hugh.
Oh, Hugh. It's whoever the Steven kid is.
Well, I'm so glad you asked that question.
Who's Steven?
Steven would be Stephen B. Lyles from Love and Theft, a country group that Taylor was, I think, touring with at the time. And Taylor has been quoted as saying, the guy I had a crush on, I wrote about all the reasons why he should be with me instead of other girls. This guy had no idea I had a crush on him. It's going to be kind of interesting when he finds out. And so somebody, obviously a reporter, was like, hey, Steven, what do you think about your song by Taylor Swift? And he goes, it's the nicest thing a girl has ever done for me. And that's where the story ended.
That's a gentleman right there.
That's a gentleman. That's a gentleman.
But it is one of Taylor's favorite songs that she re-recorded.
I can see
It's
why.
fun.
It's simple. It's easy. It's fun. Yeah.
It's boppy.
Yeah, it's a bop. Like,
It's a non-controversial song. Like, you're going to find your earworm to it. You'll like bop down the supermarket to it. You're like, okay.
just
You'll be
like
in the elevator.
50 girls with rocks outside of somebody's house, and she's the only one who's there when it's snowing out.
Yeah. She's holding that boombox in any weather.
It's the like when you're if you go back and look at Sesame Street, and they're great at like parodying whatever was prominent for adults but applying it to kids.
Mm-hmm.
This is the Sesame Street Say Anything.
Yes.
It's very much that.
Yeah.
It's like Spell Anything. It's super approachable. You can, with more maturity, you can tune into different things. But if you're a kid, like, this is the song that you're dancing in your sundress or you're wearing your little Sunday suit, like your little man as an 8-year-old boy, like that outfit. Like, this is just you're dancing around at the wedding. It's super just light, boppy, fun, easy.
Yeah.
There's nothing about it that I'm like, I can't believe she writes Steven with deceiving. And like, no, everything's living
Big for you.
fine.
So you went.
They're dimming the street lights. You're perfect for me. Why aren't you here tonight?
Yeah. I remember that crush in high school where you're just like, come on. Like, do you not see me? Like, I'm so great for you. And you're not going to do better. I mean, you might.
Well,
come on.
It's the pick me thing without it being
Obnoxious.
It's wholesome.
Yes.
It's not
It's
stalker. It's not obsessive. It's just like, come on, man.
It's like a summer camp romance.
Yeah. Because it's like, you want it. This would be great, but I'm not going to die over it.
No. Like, do other girls write a song for you? Like, I could see this, yeah, like being at a summer camp movie. Like, there's so many ways this song could fit in.
I can't help it if you look like an angel. Can't help it if I want to kiss you in the rain. So come feel this magic I've been feeling since I met you. Can't help it if there's no one else. I can't help myself.
I know.
You know, Taylor just doesn't write songs the way she used to.
Yes, she does. You just don't like some songs the way you like this one. I have to tell you, I'm a little thrown off. Like, I was prepared for you to be like, what did you make me listen to
Kate,
this time?
I prepare myself every day to be okay with myself if I don't like something.
Yeah, I'm aware.
It's so, it's harmless.
So,
This is a placebo.
so
At
what?
worst, placebo. At best, it's B12.
Perfect. When she was doing press for Taylor's version, she went on the Stephen Colbert show.
Mm-hmm.
So this is where I thought I might get you, but I don't have to get you. So, and he was like, Taylor, why'd you write a song about me? And she's like trying to convince him that she didn't by sharing very like random facts about him and like things he's done in his life. Like, I was this age when I wrote it. You were this age. Like, you were working here. Like, it couldn't have been about you. You were living here. I didn't like that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And she pulls up a vision board and it's like hearts and pictures of Stephen Colbert. And he's like, see, Taylor, I'm the only thing on that vision board. And she's like, points to Stephen eating a piece of pizza. And she's like, there's pizza. Like, this isn't about you. And so finally, at the end of this whole bit, which is really sweet, she goes, Stephen, it's really about Stephen King.
Well, just like Salem, that's a lot.
It's like, see, he would laugh. Yes.
It was a silent laugh, but I got the nod of approval from Pop. I appreciate it. I will say this, Stephen Colbert, Jason, they kind of got Stephen Colbert and Dana Carvey and The Office. Who am I forgetting? Lead from The Office.
Michael Scott,
Yeah.
Steve Carell.
Steve Carell. They had them sit down for an interview about like, you know, where they are in their careers and things that have happened. And they showed a commercial that syndicated television or like NBC was showing. And it was a bumper for Home Improvement. And it's a very special episode where they think Jonathan Taylor Thomas might have cancer, might be dying. And they're showing those moments and Tim Allen being like, you know, I'm going to be here for you. Don't worry about it. It's like a very special Home Improvement. Followed by the Mug Root Beer, Dana Carvey show. And it was this three of them watching, being like, I don't know what I'm watching. The Dana Carvey show was the show that launched Stephen Colbert and Steve Carell. That it was a show destined to fail. Dana Carvey was top of his game, and they wanted to give him a show, but they couldn't. So they kept having literally a new sponsor every week that they were like, if you give us money, we're going to put your name first and do our show. And it was so outlandish to them to be like, I can't believe any of us are where we are when we're like following. This is a very special TV show followed by a very corporate shilling type of just need their money goofy show immediately afterwards. The reason why I say this is because Stephen Colbert was in that, and there's no other reason.
I was like, where are we going with this? Like,
Nowhere
how
else.
are we going to land this
else.
plane?
Yeah. Oh, there was a Taylor Swift sponsored show. That's how they met.
There certainly was not.
Yeah, she was like, I'm going to have my dad's Christmas tree farm sponsor your show. Yeah. You didn't know?
Are you saying you want to do Christmas Tree Farm again next week?
Hell no.
I listened to that story. You could listen to Christmas Tree Farm.
We already listened to... I listened to Christmas Tree Farm. I've listened to her cover of Earth, Wind, and Fire twice now, and more times in real life. Don't search your brain.
My birthday song?
Yes.
You're complaining about my birthday song?
Do you remember? I wish I didn't.
The 28th night of September? Sure do.
Steven, where'd Steven go? Where's their career? This is a band I've never heard of. I'm going to guess they kind of...
I think it was just one of those country duos that did their thing, couple albums, and exited stage right.
Fill in these blanks. Was it like a teen album? Was it like a...
Is it Love and Theft?
Okay.
Is the name of the band.
Okay, Love and Theft.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think it would have crossed your path, but I think maybe we should roll the dice because we've gone so far off topic that I don't know how to bring this back around. So let's just roll the dice.
Hey, Steven, if you're listening, each and every week we roll the Jillian Petruzziello. How are you and your fellow? I saw you both doing a golf simulator the other day when I was walking by, and you said hello. Hope you're doing great. Dice, we choose an album. We choose a song based off of this. Reputation is off the charts because there's no Taylor's version yet. So we're going to roll.
You just roll. Thank you.
Easy. Number 9,
Evermore.
Evermore. Quote the Raven. Choose a song. Let's see here. 12.
Long story short. Good lesson.
Good lesson. Stephen King's version.
Stephen Colbert's version. Thanks so much for listening, guys. If you haven't already, like, follow, subscribe, rate, review. Tell all of your friends, random strangers, people that you may know on the internet.
Yeah. Cats, doctors, whoever.
Whoever,
Mailmen,
yeah.
mail persons.
Other people mourning the end of the Eras tour. Send them our way.
If you're mourning the end of the Eras tour, please write to Kait. Send your condolences. Let's build, instead of Hands Across America, let's build the friendship bracelet around the world. Just everyone get a bead, get the biggest string you can find. Let's just tie a little bow around this place. Who gets the giant friendship bracelet now?
It's probably going to get displayed somewhere.
Whose house is big enough to hold this giant bracelet?
MoMA.
Smithsonian.
Let us know why Kait is right. Let us know why I am wrong. Share your favorite era's memory moment. You know? Do it.
Yeah. And keep tuning back in.
Yeah.
Thanks again for listening. I'm Kait the Swiftie.
Long story short, I'm not so Swift Sam.
We'll see you next week.